So make our way down onto our mats, just nice and comfortable. And enjoy a few really good deep breaths flowing in and out of the body. Today, throughout our class, we imagine that we're a superhero and that we're developing our superpowers by some of the things that we'll be doing. We're not doing anything too crazy, but a little bit of strengthening here and there, and definitely some power poses. Power poses have been researched in recent years. When we hold strong postures, our body naturally takes on more confidence. So if we do them before interviews, as an example, we tend to be much more confident and more likely to get a job from that interview than if we were to just kind of show up and just go straight into it. So exploring power poses, exploring our superpowers, just kind of developing this wonderful strength from the inside out. And so that's our fun little intention for this morning. And with that, to help us get started, let's begin. Our knees can gently come into the chest and start to just rock around a little bit, left and right. Give ourselves a chance to check in with the body, making sure that we take care of it the very best that we can during our class. Beautiful. So from here, let's start off planting our feet. Our hands can go on the floor next to our hips. And let's explore bridge pose, such a strong posture. We'll start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. At the high spot with the hips, let's begin to roll down. Taking a nice inhale to rise, feel that height, feel the strength, and rolling back down, exhale. Feel how the strength of this pose comes from multiple muscle groups. Not only the top of the core contracting for that lift, but also the glutes and the back muscles building a little bit of gentle strength. Going twice more. On the last one, we'll stay high at the top. So here as we lift up, we stay. Some people can clasp hands behind your back. If you can reach, take that clasp. Walk your shoulders under, and then lift the hips even higher. It's like our superpower right here is super back mobility and wonderful strength. You can either stay right here on its own or try to lift the right leg up to the sky for a moment. Maybe do a couple of little ankle rolls to each direction. And that foot plants down, reset the hips higher. And then left leg up to the sky. Maybe a few nice ankle rolls. It's almost like our body is the bow and our leg is the arrow. We've got that special bow and arrow superpower going on right here. Take one more good breath in and out. Set the foot down, reset the hips higher. And one last breath cycle flowing in. Exhale, release hands, release shoulders, roll all the way back down. Good. We've already started with the hamstring, so let's continue that stretch. Right leg back up to the sky, help to pull it in for a moment. If you would like to continue some nice ankle rolls, that could feel very nice right now. Slide the right hand to the outside of the right foot, bending the knee as much as you need to. And then take this half happy baby pose. So purposely the knee tries to go super wide to the right. We don't want this left hip to completely lift off the ground, but we are trying to just go super wide as we can with that right knee. You can be completely still through this or add some little movements, rocking a little bit or straightening and bending maybe. Just a couple more breaths to play around with the superpower of this leg. Just exploring all the ranges of motion, exploring what it's able to do. Now as the knee swivels out wide to the right, both hands grab around that foot if possible, and we try to pull that foot in directly to the heart. Like this is its own kind of superpower, trying to touch the body in such a deep way. Maybe you're able to lift the chest up and the connection makes its way all the way to touch, and maybe not, that's okay too. From here, we start to completely release hands. This leg goes all the way up to the sky as if we're Elastigirl. It's such a long, straight leg. And then that straight leg lowers all the way to the ground. Once the heel grazes the earth, slide the foot into plant. Second side, left leg extending up. Hands can be held onto the leg as it starts to stretch. Maybe add some nice ankle rolls. From here, as we start to slide the left hand to the outside of left foot, the knee gets to go wide in a half happy baby. Again, you can find stillness for a little while, or if at any point you'd like to add some motion, that's okay. This could be about rocking the hip like a little cradle. This could be about the hamstring straightening and bending a few times, however deep we can go, whatever mobility is possible. Another good breath in and out. And then both hands try to grab onto the foot. See if the foot wants to come close to the heart. Another beautiful breath flowing through the body. And then release the hands from the foot. The leg gets to straighten up to the sky. Really good length. The longest this leg has been all day so far. And then gently lower that straight leg down to the ground. Slide the foot in. Let's take bridge pose one more time, lifting the hips super high. Pause here, another good inhale, good exhale, and roll all the way back down. Bring the knees into the chest, roll like a ball a few times, finding that fun balance right at the top, and then rolling through the spine, getting a massage. The next time we're up, we try to balance in a boat pose. So find this pose. The toes are trying to not touch if at all possible. Maybe hands are still holding on. Maybe hands free themselves by the outsides of the shins. We've got a few more breaths just to hold in the balance. See if the spine can straighten up any taller. Maybe one leg tries to straighten out in front of us. And then maybe switch it out. Good. Land with both feet ready for cobbler. Relax the spine up and over. Such smooth transition, such grace. That's where a whole different kind of superpower is. Another huge inhale, a great exhale, and then straighten the spine all the way up. Extend the legs long out in front of you. And we're going to imagine that our spine is now a compass. That's a whole new interesting superpower. You can use hands on the ground or hands behind you to help you out. The biggest thing we're trying to do is keep the spine straight the whole time. So from here, almost like a little compass, we're tracing 1 degree, and then 1 degree, and then 1 degree. And so see if your spine can go forward just a hair. Nice and straight. Use the inhale to find new length. Exhale, maybe 1 more degree. Inhale, length from that spot. The length comes all the way as if it's from the sitting bones all the way up. And exhale another degree. And just continue that with the breath. Inhale, length. Exhale, 1 degree forward. Just slow, slow progress. So the legs becoming more and more alive the further we go. And you choose where your last degree is, where you're just going to hold with a nice straight spine. And maybe occasionally you still ask your body, can I go 1 more degree? Good. Take 1 more nice inhale. Exhale, slide the feet in. We're coming back up toward this boat shape. You can have the feet on the ground if you need to make this easier, even grabbing onto thighs to make it easier, hovering to make it harder. Either way, whether feet are on the ground or hovering, we're extending out and then coming back into the tight boat shape. We're going to try to repeat this 10 times. So when you're ready, take the shape, going out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. No matter how you did, congratulate yourself for building this strength clear from that core on out. So just taking a nice comfortable seated position, one in which we can remain tall without the use of the hands. And from here, we reach the arms out to big Y shape, tuck the thumbs in and wrap all the rest of the fingers around that thumb. Shoulders are relaxed. And we're gonna do breath of fire here. We inhale through the nose. Exhale completely, and then pulse the diaphragm with the exhales. Exhale, 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 exhale. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale completely, hold without air. Inhale completely, hold with air. Good, returning back to the normal breath. Bring the right arm all the way across the body. Left arm hugs around to pull it in for a nice, comfortable shoulder stretch after that. Open both arms, huge inhale, and exhale, second side, cross around and hug. Another huge inhale, open out. And then exhale, let's come onto hands and knees. Let's take a few cat-cow spines. Spine gets that chance to find deeper mobility, each and every one. Don't feel any need to rush it. Let your whole spine go as high up and as far down as it's willing to travel right now. Take 3 more sets. Two. and 1. Beautiful. Walking the hands forward, we're in kneeling plank or lift up to full plank, your choice. We're doing 10 little tiny pulses. This is almost like a push-up. If you can't go all the way down, it's as deep as you can go while still being able to rise back up. Remember, elbows do not go wide to the side, rather they point directly backwards. So from here, a nice exhale, inhale, rise. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Try to lower all the way to the ground, nice and smooth. From here, we take Superwoman shape. Arms are extended out in front of us, legs are long behind us. We're going to try to lift the arms and the legs at the same time and hold in that lifted flying position for 5 breaths, if at all possible. So when you're ready, take your first inhale, lift. Hold there. 4 breaths. One more inhale. And exhale, slide the hands in, press up, shift back, take a moment with child's pose. Good, rising back up to kneeling. From here, right leg extends out behind us. Curl that right knee in toward the nose. Straighten it back out and lift the leg up. As it lifts, we bend the elbows like a push-up and then press back up. Good, repeating that. We're gonna try to go for 10. If you're not going for the full set, that's okay. Do as much as you can. So knee into the chest here is 9. Extend out, lift, tiny little push-up. 8. And maybe push-up. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Good. Bend that knee behind your back and just see if the left hand can find that connection. If you're able to make the connection, you're gonna push the foot into the hand to raise it into a higher bow shape. If not, you're lifting both that arm and the leg up behind you as if you're flying from those 2 anchor points. One more inhale, and exhale, drop this side down. Walk the hands forward to kneeling plank, lower belly down. Arms are walking back out in front of us. 5 more breaths, Superwoman. So when you're ready, lift with an inhale and hold. Maybe every inhale helps us lift higher. Good. Slide the hands in after that last exhale. Shift back, a moment with child's pose. As we're in that Superwoman shape, it's almost like we're blowing into an inflatable tube. It's like with every inhale and exhale we take, we're lifting higher because it's like somebody blew a little bit more air into our body, into our inflatable device. Beautiful. Coming back up to hands and knees for the second side. This time left leg is extending straight out and behind us. And 10 cycles, knee to nose. It kicks back, it tries to lift up, and then we bend the elbows and press up. Good, repeating 9. Keep on breathing. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Good. We're taking that little back bend. So the knee lifts back up, then the foot so that you can connect the right hand and that left foot behind your back. If the connection's happening, we're finding that lift. So that really good arch through the spine. A few more breaths. It's like we're stringing our bow. We're so strong. Another good inhale. And exhale. Now we drop the knee down, walk the hands forward, slow motion lowering back to the ground. And another set of Superwoman. Arms extend forward. When you're ready, huge inhale. Remember, every single inhale we inflate higher if possible. So lifting now. Good. And another little child's pose. Great efforts up to this point. We're doing so good. Eventually, when you feel ready for a nice downward facing dog, feel the hands plant, tuck the toes, lift the hips up high, and find a couple of nice gentle movements for the legs. At some point, you'll be ready to walk up to the top of the mat, so make your way there when you're ready. The next inhale, we gently rise up. Good. As hands are in front of the heart, we take on a little breath. Anytime we lift the right arm up to the sky and the left arm is down, we take a nice inhale. When we switch the arms, exhale. So exhale, left arm up, right arm down. Inhale, exhale, all out the nose. Building this mobility of the shoulders, helping everything warm up, feeling really good. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake the arms out for a moment. Even loosening up through the shoulders. Beautiful. As you're ready, coming back up to the top of the mat. Inhale, circle all the way to the sky. Feel those arms nice and tingly. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. And exhale, hands slide down. Right foot lunges all the way back. And drop that right knee down. Hips are still sinking forward. Make sure left knee is not going past left toes. When our balance is set up, hands walk up to the thigh. From here, we try to clasp our hands together. Release the pointer finger, and then point directly up to the sky. Remember, hips are still sinking forward. And then as you gaze up toward where you're pointing, see if it's possible to slide the hands just a little bit backward. So it's like we're turning our body into the shape of a moon, harvesting a whole new type of superpower. Shoulders are still relaxed away from the ears. Let's go 2 more good breaths. After that second exhale, we shift our hips over the back knee. The front leg can go nice and straight. Drop the hands down. It's like we're extending all that power we just harnessed into this left root, strengthening that part of our body with this wonderful stretch that we get to take right here. Good work. Send this left knee underneath your body. Drop down to both elbows. One hand makes a fist. The other hand hugs around the fist. And make sure elbows are immediately under the shoulders. They're not super wide. So from this point, we tuck our toes. We lift our hips up. Dolphin pose. If it's possible with your flexibility to walk your toes forward, that's okay. Remember, this is not about head touching the ground. This is about that lift of the hips, strengthening the shoulders. You're gonna stay here until you feel like you need to drop down into a nice child pose. So just enjoying the strength, the length a little bit longer. Keep the breath flowing in and out. One more huge breath into the body. If you haven't dropped down already, take a moment with child pose. Sitting the hips back, especially letting the arms just stretch and lengthen forward. Okay, whenever you're ready, from here shift forward, kneeling plank or full plank, slow motion lower all the way down to the ground. Another superwoman. Arms reach out in front of us, 5 good breaths. Taking an inhale to lift. And after that 5th breath, shift back, another child's pose. Up to down dog when you feel ready. Walking the feet up toward the top of the mat until we're in a nice forward fold. Inhale, circle arms through the sides. Stretch backwards like you're trying to harness that moon again. And then immediately go into the nice forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, hands start to drop down. This time, left foot lunges all the way back. Drop the left knee down. Test it out as you sink the hips forward, making sure knee doesn't go past toes. If you're still doing good, maybe hands up to the thigh, hips still pushing forward. And if you're still good from this point, clasp the hands together, releasing pointer fingers, reach direct it to the sky. Hips are still sinking forward as we gaze up, shoulders relax down. Maybe the hands can trace backwards a couple of inches. Such a powerful pose because everything's lifted and reaching up. 2 more breaths. And as we release, the leg goes straight, that front right one. Hands drop down. We're extending into that beautiful hamstring stretch for a moment. As this leg gets brought all the way back, we can drop down, taking another dolphin pose. Elbows in line with the shoulders. One hand makes a fist, the other hand hugs around the fist. We tuck our toes, lift our hips, reaching them up to the sky, maybe walk in. You're fine just to hold right here, or if you want an additional variation, the right leg points up to the sky and then drops down. Left leg points up to the sky and then drops down. Maybe up to 4 more rounds for each leg. And dropping down to a nice child pose when you're ready. Take a few good breaths. Shifting up to a nice kneeling plank or full plank. We do another round of the Superwoman. So we need to lower all the way to the ground. Extend the arms forward and inflate through the next 5 breaths. So when you're ready, lift up, inhale. When you exhale, enjoy another moment with child pose. Down dog when you're ready. Movements are always fine. Walking forward when you're ready. Feel how there's additional length in the body. You feel warmer or much more elastic through the backs of the legs. Its own kind of special superpower. Take another inhale, a good exhale, and then inhale. Start to float the arms to the side, stretch up, arch back, hands down to the heart. Good. From here, we take eagle's arms. The right elbow goes under the left elbow. The arms swivel up, touching the backs of the hands together, or perhaps the whole palm can circle around to each other. If for whatever reason this is just not working, go for a hug instead. You're trying to walk your hands toward the backs of the shoulder blades. So from here, I like to lift elbows up, push shoulders down, Enjoy that beautiful stretch all the way across the tops of the shoulders. From here, we're going to shift our weight into the left foot until the right knee can start to float in front of us. If it's just hovering above the ground, that's okay. Maybe a full float, 90-degree angle. Maybe you harness your superpowers for just a moment and try to extend that leg long and strong in front of you. And then bend the knee again. Start to kick the leg directly back behind you, warrior three. It's like we're flying. Take another good inhale. Exhale, gently land the foot behind you. Warrior one position, feet, the back heel is down. The front knee's still bent. And from here, elbows start to trace up to the sky. A whole new type of harnessing the energy of the sun and of the moon and of the stars. So feel that beautiful stretch, feel the arch through the whole spine. Take another huge inhale. Exhale, release the arch. And we're going to try to reverse everything that we just did, as if our superpower here is turning back time. So first we need to transition forward and through that warrior three. Try to find the balance for a moment. Start to bend the knee as you come up to standing. Bent right knee floating in front of us. Maybe there's that brief moment where we extend the leg straight. Rebend it. And then drop this right foot immediately down to the ground. As you release the arms, do a nice little swinging of your arms like they're noodles going left and right. Good work. Okay. As we start to feel ready for the second side, we do all the other things to this direction. So this time, left elbow is under. Start to wind the arms. The elbows lift up, shoulders press down. Just enjoy just simply the shoulder action for a moment. Shifting our weight into the right leg. The left knee starts to float, maybe up to 90 degrees. Maybe there's that brief moment where the left leg tries to kick forward, nice and strong. Bend it again. And try to have control as you kick this leg through warrior three. We're flying. We can see the earth beneath us. Imagine lots of tiny little people that you're about to save. Another inhale. Exhale, land the feet, warrior one position feet. The front knee's bent. When you're ready, the elbows can start to lift. Find a nice arch through the spine. Remember, this is not about compressing the low back, rather feeling the whole spine lift to lean. Two more breaths. And then our spine is back upright to neutral. This is the slow motion reverse. So when you're ready, gaze forward. Our weight is going to be shifting onto that front right leg. Left leg floats, we're flying. Warrior three. Start to lift the torso up. Bending this left knee to float in front of us, maybe up to 90-degree angle. Maybe that brief moment where the leg extends and bends and drops down. Noodle the arms, swinging it out. Feel the spine and the arm strength nice and loose. Good work. Stepping the feet wide through goddess pose. Turning the toes out, a nice 90-degree angle. We're squatting down. Knees don't go past toes. Also, knees don't knock in, they're going wide. Torso lifts up strong. We bring our hands into fists and set those fists at our hips like a superwoman pose. Goddess shape with superwoman. So feel this nice, tall length of the torso. And from here, let's begin to pulse the legs. Straightening and squatting. Nice and slow motion. Feel the control. It's almost harder to go slower. It's less about just bouncing and more about feeling that slow control the whole time. Keep the breath flowing with your movements. Inhale, exhale. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Stay in the squat for a moment. Our arms loosen back up. When we twist to the left side, the right hand comes to the heart, to that chest. The left hand comes toward the kidneys behind you, just giving it a small little smack and twist. Swing the arms to switch sides, left hand to the right shoulder, right hand at the kidney behind you, and follow that nice little exhale. Inhale, exhale. It's almost like we're warriors about to go to war. We're drumming on ourselves. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring the hands to the inner parts of the knees. We're squatting down a little bit lower. This time we can lean forward slightly. And from here, almost like the Hatha, we take our lion's breath, where we stick the tongue out. We gaze up with the exhale, just, and the inhale, we gaze down and round the spine. So going for 5 of those. Inhale down. Exhale, let it all go up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Straighten the legs, turn the toes forward. Take a beautiful forward fold. Just relaxing the spine all the way down for a few breaths. Feel all this wonderful length through the body. Planting the hands underneath the shoulders. Bring the left hand under the face so that right hand can twist up to the sky. Make sure the hips are not adjusting. They're perfectly square. Just the torso is trying to twist up. Good. Right hand down. Left hand reaches all the way up. And when the hand drops down, both hands clasp around right side. Pull yourself a little bit closer to the right leg. And grab onto left ankle, pull into that side. Good, dropping the hands down, walk the hands up to the top of the mat. Stepping this front foot back. We're in plank, or if you need to drop down to kneeling plank, try to lower belly all the way to the earth. This is the last Superwoman. So arms extend out in front of you. When you're ready, 5 good breaths. Inhale, float. Slide the hands in. Take a child pose for a moment. coming to a kneeling place. This is our last dolphin pose. This is also the last hard things of the day. So you're welcome to take that first variation where we simply hold in dolphin pose. Second variation where you lift a leg up, reach it up, and then drop it down, perhaps 5 cycles for each leg. Or if you're sticking with me, the third variation will be swinging the leg up. So it's like you're trying to rise all the way up into a little elbow stand. So that's the last variation, 5 for each leg. No matter which variation you're doing, you're gonna hold about the same time you have been doing, or those 5 cycles, and then just drop down to a nice child pose. We'll all meet there sooner or later. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, walk in, and when you're ready, begin. Breathe. No matter how you did, congratulate yourself. If you can rest your head down, even pat yourself on your back in this child pose. I'm awesome. I can do strong, hard things. I'm a fierce warrior. Every superhero also needs a little break. So when you're ready, come to sit down, both legs straight out in front of you. And as we begin to simply release into a very easy forward fold, start to think in your mind, what am I a superhero over? What is it that's my calling to fight and defend and protect against? What is it that I love and that I care for enough that I could become that superhero? Who needs my help? What is it that only I can do? Start to consider these questions as we're taking these last couple of minutes to help cool down the body before our Shavasana. Eventually, when you're ready, let's make our way all the way down onto our mats, rolling back with core control, one vertebrae touching down at a time. And as you feel your spine long on the ground, feel that even a superhero gets support as well. You don't have to do everything on your own. You can be supported by earth, by gravity. From here, let's bring both knees into the chest, open the arms to each side. We're taking a nice little spinal twist, both knees going left. And both knees going right. And as we bring the knees back into the chest, either hug around the knees, giving the low part of the back a little massage, or take one last little happy baby pose. Grabbing onto feet, being still, or adding motions in. Keep on moving and giving your body wonderful poses until your body says, okay, I'm happy, I'm ready to simply release into Shavasana, in which case the mental part of our superhero training resumes. The mental part is trying to find calmness, trying to find being in the zone. That way we're not reacting out of fear. Instead, we're acting out of what it is that drives us, out of love, out of courage, out of defending and protecting. And so that mental focus, it's like sharpening a pencil. It comes little tiny slivers at a time, peeling off what's no longer useful. And so that practice comes with our deep breath and with ourselves trying to maintain a simple one-pointed focus. If I can focus just on one thing at a time, I can put all my energy toward that. So perhaps that focus right here, right now is on an idea like love, or simply on the breath. Can I focus just on the breath for a few minutes? So practicing our one-pointed superhero focus, let's begin our Shavasana now. Begin to deepen your inhales and your exhales. Introduce little movements back to fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Stretching out like we're waking up first thing in the morning. Eventually rolling over to a nice fetal position on one side. Enjoying a few really good relaxing breaths into our bodies. Rising up only when you feel ready. Finding a comfortable seated position. And here we consider our superpowers that we've harnessed. Consider the tremendous strength that we have, or strengths. What strengths do you have in general to work with? Consider our flexibility and our mobility. The ability to travel around with grace and ease. Consider those moments that felt like flight. What things lift us up like that? And how can we lift others up like that? Consider our breath, that ability we have to gather prana, life force, into our bodies. And consider that mental focus of the superhero. So with all these aspects to help us travel onward, we wrap up our superhero training today with the sound of Om. Inhaling together now. Om. May we be filled with light and happiness and peace. Namaste.